I stopped playing myself at 18. Under 18s was the last I played. I just lost my love for the game, and a couple of years I done karate, so I was getting in and out of Glasgow city centre to Busby doing the karate. Enjoyed that. Probably the fittest I've ever been. And I get a notion back for the football. And I went to a couple of teams and I couldn't get a game. So as simple as that, I started my own team so I could get a game. You know, so that's how Busby came about. So I managed to get a squad together, getting into the pubs and the bookies, dragging them out and getting them playing, and built up a team. And we had to play a year of friendlies, believe it or not, in the days, before we could get into the league. And it was the Scottish Amateur League. To this day we're still in it, you know, 42 years later. So within 3 years we had 3 teams, 3 amateur teams, which you've no chance of happening nowadays, you know. So as I say, the story is getting the guys out the pub and the bookies, and we got it going. And 7 years later we decided to start a youth side. So 1987 we started the youth section, and it's just grown from there, you know. We've had teams right through at times. You always lose a team with boys, you know, no want to play anymore or that, you know. So we've had to scrap a few teams, but we've always got them back together, you know. So basically that's how it started. Probably for the 90s into the 2000s, you know, it really we got established, you know, and we got a good name for the quality of football we played. And that was really me. It started that, and you know, I like to watch good football. You know, I don't like to watch the ball getting pumped up the park. You know, so then the small-sided game came in. You know, so they started with 7s, onto 9s, onto 11s. You used to play 11-a-side at 9 and 10, and they scrapped that, and you don't play 11-a-side to first year at secondary now. You know, so that's the routine now. You know, so it's 4-a-side now, 5-a-side with a goalkeeper. 7-a-side, 9-a-side, then into 11-a-side, you know, when you go to secondary, you know, so that's it. We've had girls involved playing with the boys, you know, but we've never been able to get a girls section going. And the guy involved in it, Gary Dixon, he was with an East Kilbride team, and Gary approached us one day saying that would there be any interest in Busby getting involved in him. He says, because we don't get anything off East Kilbride club they were with, you know. I mean, that club wouldn't even buy them a ball, etc., you know what I mean? So words led to words, and Gary met a committee, and Gary decided to bring down 3 or 4 teams on block.
Yeah, I mean, community club, obviously first and foremost. I joined the club when I was 5 years old, so I've played here for a good number of years. My daughter decided to start playing football a couple of years ago, and that's why I decided to set up a girls section. There was a few girls who were playing with a few of the boys' teams, but I'm really passionate about girls playing football, so we decided to set up the girls side, and it's grown from 8 girls to, I think we've got 6 to 8 girls coming to training tonight alone. And my younger son, he plays for the club as well, so it's open to all age groups, girls and boys. I think first of all because I've got a daughter, so that's obviously important. I just want her to have a pathway to be able to have the same opportunities as the boys have. I had frustrations at previous places she was with where I didn't think the girls get the same level of support as the boys did, so that was part of the reason I'm really passionate about Busby, because I've been here for so long. I know how much the club does for the community, so I just thought it was the best place to go grow a girls football team. We were just welcomed from day one, to be honest. I mean, I've known Alan Bruce since I was 5. He was my coach when I first started, so I spoke to Alan and Joe and Gary and said I wanted to grow this, and they couldn't be more supportive. I mean, we kitted out all of the girls with match day strips, with training kit, with waterproof jackets, even beanie hats for the winter. We've got our own place to train. We're fitted in the exact same way as the boys are fitted in, so we have our own time slot. I find with other teams and other places I've been, it's almost the girls are an afterthought and the girls have to be fitted in, whereas here it's a level playing field, so to speak. So I think it's the best place for the girls to learn, develop and have a platform to go on and play the sport.
So ideally, the ultimate aim for the club is to have a complete pathway, both for the boys and the girls. So we would like to have identical pathways with girls participating at all the levels, just similar like what we've got with the boys. And further work in the community, we're hoping to get at some point our own sort of like pavilion and community house, so we can take the club forward in that, and we can do more things with the community, whether that's walking football or free football and stuff like that during the days when it would be more advantageous for the local residents here.
Well, and it's been a whirlwind the last 12 months, to be honest. We only really set up the girls' team this summer, this year. I'd brought a lot of girls from my previous place, so we came in with about 20 girls. That was at the beginning of June. I think we're up to 68 girls coming along tonight. So we've quite quickly set up an under 12s and under 10s, an under 8s and an under 7s. That gives us the platform for those girls to move up. So come next year, the 12s will move up to form a 14s and so on and so on. But I think the grassroots part of it is the most important part, especially with the girls' side. They can lose interest more. So I think if you get the girls interested in it from an early age, they're more likely to stick it as well.